The divine prophecy echoes for the Emperor's dreams. Long times of misery and darkness are upon the realm. So he turns to the heavens. And the heavens bless him with a vision of a new future. A promised hero is destined to be born in a newly found great city by the sacred land. The Emperor orders his wisest to raise astounding cities on New War's holy grounds. And that, dear Governor, is your mission. Ensure the arrival of a true hero and save the Celestial Empire.
That's me, I'm ready. It is, ladies and gents, for a blast from the past, Celestial Empire. We actually first look at this game in 2022 for a free demo. Then in 2023, 2 years ago, there was a playtest. And then after that, wasn't really clear what was happening. Now we have access to a new demo, or a prologue if you wish, that is for free. And the game is actually officially launching in a couple of days, on the 23rd of September. But it is launching in early access. And to be honest, it's not 100% clear what will be part of this early access. Are we gonna get much more than what I can show you today or not? So I can't really talk about this, but we're gonna talk about this prologue. We're gonna see, how good this is. Because when we first look at it, there was a lot of potential. This was an ANNO-like game, but set, of course, in China. I've played it a bit, and spoiler alert, I think there's definitely still a lot of potential. It's not perfect, so let's dive right into a new game. Now here you'll see already 3 different regions. We only have access to 1 in the prologue. Maybe as part of the early access, we'll get access to all 3. We have also access to 2 game modes, standard, which is a bit like a campaign, and then creative mode, right, which is your sandbox if you wish. Unlimited resources, no disaster, etc. In the standard mode, you can also choose varying difficulty level. Here they give you 4 kind of big types, but even after, you'll see you'll be able to change pretty much everything. You can change your starting capital and resources, you can change the disasters, and much more. So you can customize quite a bit over here. Last but not least, you can decide if you want full guidance, then more tutorial, or less or no guidance. So very similar to ANNO 1800 over here. But you'll see that they've also taken some inspiration from ANNO 117 in the game itself. You can choose, your, person, your avatar, your symbol, your dynasty color, all those type of things. I think we're gonna try to get something that can be easily visible on the map. And here we are.
Despite being unworthy to the heavens, humans proved strong enough to raise buildings as marvelous as divine palaces. However, challenges accompany every act of creation. A prophecy has been told, menacing calamities threaten us, and only a true hero can put them to a proper end. Only will he be born in a glorious Chinese city that hasn't been founded yet.
Chinese city we're going to found, and here we begin.
The Emperor has spoken. In recognition of thy incredible skills, he granted thou the important title of a new provincial governor. Step up, Nuwa's dear child, for behold, that is the destiny thou've been made for.
Nice small
First,
intro.
Your Excellency, you must build a yamen.
Yeah, sure. Even if I would say, you can change the language, of course, but the guy didn't really feel like Chinese in the way he was speaking, right? But I guess this is also to make sure we can understand it properly. Anyway, we need to place a yamen. This is our city center, if you wish. They also will tell you to probably try to do it close to a river, because rivers are going to be important. But you may also want to see where there is resources. You can see quite a bit of resources over here. See quite a lot also of trees, so that's gonna be important. And I guess, yeah, maybe we tried something like this, where we have a river, we have 1 resource deposit, which to be precise is copper, if I'm not mistaken. Well, where did we go now? It was over here. Yeah, So if you look at the minimap, this looks like a copper one, then we have a coal one, we have a clay deposit. So anyway, let's get started with that like this.
Our citizens can't just wander homeless. Let's provide them with cottages.
Okay, we're gonna start also a bit of a grid just to help us. And yeah, probably you want, you know, to start your city over here. That sounds good. So a couple of cottages. Gonna do a classic Anno style grid, but a cool one similar to Anno 117. You can just hover over one of your houses, double click.
Growing in numbers, you must remember that their needs
Okay. And with this, right, we can see all of them. I'll explain all of this, but as you can see, there is some pretty good tutorial, and you can go back to them over here, by the way, if you want to see those tutorials. Here, this is around the needs, but obviously in the future, there will be many others. So yes, similar to Anno, right, we're gonna want to provide things to increase the number of people in the house, and then also their happiness. So in this case, we've started to connect to the yamen, so that's give us 8 people per houses, and then we need to give them rice and logs. Now, if we hover over the logs, we can see obviously we're not making any right now, so we're gonna consume some, and that's gonna go down. Similarly for the rice, so we're gonna need to start those production. We also have planks as a building materials, if you wish. Right, so we're gonna want to do all of these. Starting maybe with the building materials. We have the planks here. We have, you know, the lumber. So that requires access to wood, and there's quite a lot of wood over here. So I'm thinking maybe we put it there. Let's go. And we put a sawmill next to it. Hopefully not destroying any of those trees. And we will need a warehouse close by. So let's go maybe over there. And a quick road. Oops, wrong button. Quick road here. So that's going to start making 4 planks per minute. And there's also a small positive log. So we're fine here. Then rice, let's go. So rice, we're gonna click here. For now, this is the only resource we have access to. Of course, this will take upkeep, right? We're negative in terms of coin. This will also take workforce. We can see our workforce is over here. I have right now 96 of population, 40 are employed, so I have 56 positive, right, balance of workforce. And this is gonna take 25. This is a rice farm. We're gonna need to put it close to water. If we want, and as I said, there's quite a lot of trees here. Maybe we go somewhere else. There's also quite a few trees everywhere actually, but yeah, I think we're gonna put it more on this side. Let's create a new kind of a new path. We're gonna want a river pump to be able to send, you know, water across, and we're gonna... What's going on? Why is this not working? I'm not sure why it wasn't working, but anyway. Creating a canal, that's gonna help, right, to make all of this land very fertile. We're gonna want also, you know, one of... let's start maybe with the road. So let's go... let me think. Actually, maybe we go over here. Okay, and then we can see the rice farm. I haven't, you know, created perfect layout yet, but yeah, I think, oh, like this should help us start. We're gonna want a granary, same as Anno, you know, you have a range, so if I put it over here, it won't be in range. Here it will be in range, so that's fine. Okay, and then we need to create some fields or modules. And, you know, if I put them very far from water, like this one is not connected to water, it won't be fertile. If I do this, now it is fertile, right? So that's the idea of what we're gonna do. Okay, perfect, perfect. And with this, we are in positive. Cool. they want us to attract more people. They also want us to create an inventors or 2 inventors workshop to be precise. This is this building over here. It will generate science point based on the amount of residents. So let's click past that because I can show it to you. So it is. You can see again it has a range. So if I put one over here, for example, it's covering pretty nice this side, but not so much that side. But they tell us to put 2 anyway. So I think what we're gonna do is something like this. And now it is. We have 100 of science.
Well done,
Great.
Governor. Your action has brought new knowledge to the city.
So then let's click on the research tree, which you see is obviously pretty big and may get bigger as the early access period continues, I guess. Yeah, we have access in our starting point and we can decide if we want to do the forester first or the market. Maybe we go with the market. Let's purchase it. 85, we have 107. Perfect. And there is also some improvement to that building, like improving the range, decreasing the upkeep, or reducing the construction costs. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. What is next? They want us to have 96 people, which will require a market. Let's see. Where is the market? I forgot. Yeah. So let's build the market. It has a range and it's pretty big. So we're gonna need to be careful, but look at this. This is a pretty big range, like I just said. So I think it's fine. I'm just thinking about layout. Maybe, not a great layout there. Maybe we'll put it here. Okay. So that way we have a bit of a new corner here. Up, like that. And maybe we add a couple more houses. Or maybe another service in the future. Let's add 2 houses here. Okay, done. Good. So we should reach 150.
Consider unlocking new technologies.
Sure thing. Of course, yes, we will need to unlock new technologies more and more if we want to move forward. This one will be locked or unlocked when we get 220 people, right? So it's gonna take a bit of time. But we could go for the M farm, which will give us access to the clothes over here. I also see some decorations, right, which will increase actually. It's not just pretty, it's not ornaments, it is actually needed. So I think let's start with that one. And we can build some of them right away. So they are here. You'll see decorations. Some of them range 5, range 7, range 8, right? So they have different range, and this is where you obviously need to also start thinking about a bit smarter layout than just a pure, square like this. But if I show you this one, the range is a lot smaller, for example. Okay, so let's go. This costs a bit of money, but not too bad. So let's put one here, maybe one there. And now most houses are covered. We can actually click on this button here.
Fast growth, there will come a time for heavenly judgment. In order to seek the gods' validation, you must build an altar as a place to make your offerings.
Sure thing, boss. So yeah, we have, this overlay to see who has decoration and who hasn't. We also have, happiness, how happy they are, or how fulfilled their capacity is, depending, right, on what you're providing. So we are giving this, we're giving this. We need more people to unlock the shrine, and also we need to unlock this technology to be able to give them that. So they tell us to go to the altar. Maybe we have already enough. No, we need 150. We're not there yet. So maybe while before, let's go and do the M farm so that we get started with that production. So we're gonna need to unlock the clothes too, but we can start at least on the M farm. It will also require a canal, right, to be able to function. But I'm thinking we put it. Let me see. I'm thinking we want probably a road here for the future. Then we can extend the canal. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. And then you can be for now over here. Oh no, this is warehouse, that one. It's not granary. My bad, but that's fine. We can go and build one. Again, I'm not saying this is perfect layout, so we're gonna need a bit more time for us to be able to create those perfect layouts. At least this is full irrigation, perfect. We're gonna start making some of these. We have 170, so we can unlock also that one. Done. And build it right away, so that we start providing this resource to our people too. Okay, so it's lacking resources because obviously it takes, right, some of this amp, which we haven't started yet. But we can check here on... Where is it already? I forgot. Yeah. I wanted to put the amp. Here it is. And we can see we are positive +2. Right, so it should be fine. Just need a bit of time to get started. You can, of course, press 3 to go to high speed, right? To middle 1 to normal speed. Okay, while this is happening, let's check out the others. So we have the forester. This is obviously to help replant, right? And you can find it over here. So if I do this, right, it's going to help plant nicely. Plant trees in the nearby area.
No rest till our work is done.
That this guy can then take. Okay, and we have 150, so that's enough also for the altar. Let's go for it, and we're gonna want to build one, of course. This is 5 of planks, we have a lot. 30 of coins, we have a lot, so not a problem. Big building, as you can see. Let's put it over here.
Choose your godly patron.
We choose our first patron. There's 3. Alright, I'm not gonna try to pronounce them, but you can also check. This one is supporting your production building. This one is a bit more about households, and this one, you know, it helps with the logistic, because the production chain, if they're placed next to each other, they will instantly transport. So that's interesting. Let's go with this.
Take care of you.
You're my patron. And with this, we got, you know, a bonus fight of our people.
Followers to protect your city from nasty demonic creatures. Yogwai.
So it is. I got the +2 bonus because I have neighbors of the same class, right? They're also telling us we need to protect our peasants from, you know, demons. Yes, demons are a thing in this game. So we can check here. See, nobody is protected right now, so we're gonna want to protect them, of course. Wait, why is he asking me about this one? Maybe to help here. Anyway, that's fine. Provide, so the shrine, yes. So let's unlock it. 100, sorry, we don't have 100 yet. So we need to wait a second. But yeah, the cool thing is, by the way, if you see a building that, you know, you want, you just click here, it gets you to where to unlock it, right? So the shrine, for example, is over here. Cool, cool. Renovators, okay, we don't really need this. This is a bit later. So yeah, we just need 100. So let's press 3 to accelerate a bit. Get this 100 quickly. Everybody should be covered. Oh no, actually, maybe some of them are not covered by my...
Your people are happy to live here and want to support the city. Consider increasing taxes.
No, I'm not going to increase taxes right now, but we do have this mission. Do we want to close our people? We have 15 minutes to do it, right? And so if you do it, you're gonna get a bonus. If you don't, you're gonna get a malus, right? Type of thing. That's pretty easy. We've actually started to do it already. We can check here. This is increasing, so it should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, so increasing taxes, if we want to, you click over here. And you can see right now we have a lot of people joining, happiness very high. If we increase it a bit, right, we get more money and people can still be happy, but just a bit less happy, basically. Okay, we need the shrine. Yes, we have enough. Let's go. So, shrine, purchase, and now let's build it. Yes, 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 that's going to create face point. I'll show you that in a second. And like most buildings, it is going to have a range, so you need to be smart where you put them. This is really about kind of this logic of placing your buildings right. Not bad. I think everybody's covered.
It's about time. You should place offerings on the altar, so the heavens will judge if your city progresses in the right direction. Once the marvelous sacred building called the monument appears in the prepared place, it means you're doing great and can proceed
further on your mission. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So we have the altar over here. We first need to unlock the weeping fountain to place the document, the monument. I see also we're doing not so great. We need actually, now that we have more people, we need more production. So this is, I mean, typical of all games, right? We're gonna need to expand and expand and expand. It never stops. It never stops. I haven't really thought through good layouts, to be honest, right now. But I'm thinking if I do this, it should be fine, because this is on the, you know, on the water. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, a bit more. Okay, so rice should be back up. Logs is not high enough, because I think we're using most of our logs for planks. That's why I'm thinking let's put a second one here. And hopefully we'll be fine. It is, we're in positive. We're at 0 on this one. Closing is fine. Cool. So that's all good.
Fields welcome the rain, but our clothes don't.
And so now let's make sure we continue forward. So to this one, we're gonna need 100 of face points. This is increasing slowly but surely. We have the renovator to restore buildings. That's gonna be good. And we could also start making improvement. For example, what is it? Decrease the upkeep costs, right? Sounds like a no-brainer to do. Sounds like a no-brainer to do. So this one here is now lower, right? Let's see. Oh, I've done the second improvement, sorry. So I'm decreasing more and more, you know, the upkeep cost. And what did we say we needed to do now? Forgot. Oh yes, the renovators. So again, a range building. So I need to be smart about where to put them. Thinking we're gonna put it here and add one road there.
Everything
that
is in
way-
place, ready for the next task.
Yeah, it's covering pretty well everything. And we have 100 of base points, so let's go. Oh no, we need 200 of points. Okay, and then salt. Sure, 350 people. Not there yet. We're not there yet, so maybe I need to do this. And also check our gods. You know, this is the god island. Where they can help us. There is a shop, a celestial shop. Oh,
Greetings, child of
wait.
the earthly realm.
is that a bug? Wait, let's start again. It was fine last time I played. But yeah, now it's looking a bit strange. Oh, okay. Not the greatest visual, but anyway. So this is the patron, right? We're gonna gain slowly but surely bonuses aligned to this. If we buy them, we also can go into here and buy something. So increase happiness, increase extra food, right? But that cost obviously face, which we don't have that much right now. So we're not gonna do it right away. We're going to focus more on some of our research. Okay, let's go. We have enough to do the weeping fountain. Oh no, we don't. We need to offer some requirements soon, which will be 5 clothes, and we don't have 5 clothes. So I think let's improve that production too. I'm gonna put Let me see. Let me think. Huh. I really need to think a bit about those layouts, but anyway, that's fine. Because these guys here, for example, gonna be super hard to make them irrigated, right? So it was just to show you that I was doing this. So maybe we move this guy here.
Winter is coming. Prepare supplies of wood and food.
Winter is coming. And then we're gonna do something like this. And then expand this over here. But as you can see, we have a small problem. The water is not going all the way. Why? Well, because there is only so much that you can do with one pump. So we need to add a new pump like this, and now it's fine, right? So that's the idea.
Your city grows in knowledge. Consider spending your science points.
Yeah.
Little by little, warehouse fills up.
Okay, so we are now in winter, and you can see that in winter, fuel consumption has increased. So actually, we're not making enough log. And then field production of rice has also decreased, so now we're not making enough. We're gonna need to produce more during summer to compensate for this. I think that's an interesting mechanic. A weeping fountain is something we're gonna want to place not too far from our people. But I'm thinking maybe on this side. Okay. And we can start giving some resources. Actually, we have enough of everything, so let's offer those resources to start, right, the Weeping Fountain building. So they're going to deliver, I think, from the warehouse. You can see here, right, the warehouse, and there is also one just move. And we're building slowly but surely this Weeping Fountain by delivering all of those resources. We have a lot, by the way, of science points and face points, because I haven't bought anything in a couple of minutes. And it is. The Weeping Fountain is almost done. One more rice.
You've done well with offerings. Let's finalize the monument's construction.
And we have it. A monument for a peasant. And with this, we unlock basically the second tier of population. We can also choose if we want, to allow increased production of farmers with fertility, or if we want festivals to improve economy and wellness for some time. So let's push fertility. This is farms with animal can produce compost by adding a compost collector, and then it's used to fertilize by putting a composter next to the farm. So that's going to increase the soil fertility, and it can be very low to super high. And if you're close to water, by the way, it's a bit higher than normal. If you're very close to the mountain, it's going to be lower. So there is a lot of depth to this game, right, that you may not have realized right away. And as I said, the key thing is now that we've provided, a lot of things, and in particular with reach happiness of 100, it's not the max. We could go slightly higher, but it is 100%. We are able to upgrade to the next level. So let's do this for one house so you can see it.
We can't just rest.
Yes.
Your Excellency.
Okay. And so with this, right, it comes with some of the same needs, like a market nearby, like rice and logs, but it also comes with new one, right? Like the bath nearby, the temple, decoration, but a different types of decoration. Then we have the fish fillet, the bath, the warm clothes, spices. So we unlock many new things, right? And this is not the final tier of population. There is a third tier of population again. So this, which will require, of course, to support all of this, to also provide more resources, etc. So we're not there yet. It's gonna take us a bit of time. It's gonna take us also starting to mine, right? Making tools with the mine, those type of things. But here it is, ladies and gents, a very quick first look at Celestial Empire. Remember, the game is coming in early access in a couple of days, so we'll see also how much more in the early access could be there. Do tell me in the comments below if you want to see more of this game, either just the prologue or, you know, a review of the early access. I'd love to hear your thoughts to know if I should spend more time in this game or not. Thank you for watching, smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.